What's up everybody, Tim Conley here, and I want to share with you a way for you to double your rates in a recession. Okay, maybe we're not actually in a recession yet, but I think this is the official start of one, and we'll find out in the next few months when the government comes out and tells us, hey, we're in a recession. And we're gonna be like, yeah, duh. There's a lot of chaos and scariness happening right now. So a lot of people are gonna start pulling back their dollars. They're just not gonna be very sure of how they're gonna spend that money right now. They may still want to advertise, they may still want to do marketing, they still may want to redesign their website, they may still want graphics done. There's a lot of work that they're gonna still need for their business. But they're going to be a little scared to spend it because, well, consumers are starting to get scared about spending their money. And they're definitely scared about going outside because of, that whole C virus thing, which can't really say because then YouTube will demonetize me, so I'm not going to even talk about that. But what we're going to get into in this video is what you really need to do to be able to increase your rates in any kind of economy. So let's check it. To be able to raise your rates when the rest of the world is starting to discount, when the rest of the world is panicking, how are you going to be able to go against that trend? How are you going to be able to go from wherever you're at right now to double that? How are you going to start making far more money in a time when everybody's scared to spend any money? That is the big question we're going to answer today. The first thing you have to understand is we are in a perceived expertise business. I don't care if you're doing advertising or graphic design or websites or IT development, apps, digital marketing. It literally doesn't matter what your service is in the B2B space. It's a perceived expertise business. There's a lot of people out there, some that I love and really enjoy their work, that talk about being an expert and that expertise is what counts. Expertise is what gets money in your pocket. And they're kind of right. And there's people out there who use the word authority, but what they really mean is just expertise. I actually have a different definition. Authority is perceived expertise. Because you can be perceived as an expert and know literally zero about the topic and earn money. I've got a phrase to help you understand this concept. Authority attracts, expertise keeps. So if you want to attract people to you, to where they perceive you as the expert that they need to hire, well, then you focus on building your authority. To be able to keep them as customers, you have to actually be an expert. You actually have to be able to deliver upon your promises. You have to be able to deliver upon your authority. I call this the Oprah effect. If you notice, back when Oprah was on TV, had her show, she would have all these people come on as guests. And then she would make a recommendation to people in the audience and those watching that they should buy it. And she would say something about her personal experience, maybe even talk as if she understood the topic. And people would rush out by the millions to buy everything from books to home decor to fad diets, like all sorts of things. They would just rush out and buy whatever she recommended. And if you do a little study and see how that show ran, the producers would go find things that they thought would be an interesting topic for the show because they were doing the show like 5 days a week. So they had to have loads of people on, and there's no way Oprah could have known even a tenth of the information necessary to make a recommendation. Yet she made a recommendation and millions of people ran out to buy it. That is perceived expertise, or in other words, authority. That is real authority, is to be able to make a suggestion and people follow it. This is what's going to allow you to charge pretty much any price that you want. All right, I'm going to give you 3 ways to increase your perceived expertise. So the first one is get known. You know that phrase, know, like, and trust? Well, the only part that really matters is getting known. People have to know who you are. If they don't know you exist, they can't give you money. You can't double your rates on somebody who doesn't even know you exist. I know, sounds obvious, but that is the main thing people don't focus on. So you need to figure out who you are. What's your message? How do you wish to be known? How do you wish the world to perceive you? It's called branding. What kind of brand do you want? How do you want people to perceive you? What expertise do you want to be known by? And focus there. Do content marketing. I'm doing it right now. You're seeing me as a perceived expert in agencies. Sure, I got 20 years experience in it, but if you didn't know I existed, if you didn't watch this, you wouldn't be able to perceive me that way. So you got to get your message out there. So focus heavily on content marketing, especially during a recession. But if you don't have like a ruggedly handsome face like this and you don't want to get on camera, well then do a podcast. And if you don't have a golden voice like mine, well then maybe you should blog. And if you have grammar as terrible as mine, well then, I don't know, just do it anyways. I do writing, I do podcasts, I do video, and yet I'm not particularly handsome. I don't have a great voice, and my grammar and spelling are ridiculously bad. And still, I put that information out because that's what really matters. By putting out that content, getting known. And there's other people you can hire who can fix your spelling and fix your grammar. They can even make your voice sound a little better. And on camera, they can color grade this thing to make you look prettier. So you can do a lot of things to improve the quality of your content. But the number one thing you should really focus on is just putting the content out there. I don't want you to stop right there. I want you to actually retarget people. So all these people are seeing your content. Retarget them, get them pixeled, start doing Facebook ads to them, start doing Instagram ads to them, get them to come back to your content, get them to engage in your lead magnets, your tripwires. Tripwire's just a low-cost product. Get them into your sales funnel, get them onto a call, get them onto a webinar. Do whatever you can to get these people who are seeing your content to start giving you money in some respect. Take that attention that you're getting and turn it into cash. The second thing is improve the design of your perceived expertise. So you have to look a certain way. Your website should look a certain way. Your content should have a certain style to it. Your messaging should have a certain style, a certain look. We're changing a lot of the design work over at Contractor Dynamics. We've been doing it piece by piece. We didn't go out and just do a complete website redesign and spend tens of thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of hours trying to redesign our entire site. We just been building each piece of the funnel one step at a time, and then older funnels that we're still using, we're just slowly fixing them. We're just changing the design. One of the things I would like to do is cut this hair. Like, see, this thing has been on my head for over 12 years now, almost 13 years, and it's been useful for that time because I have a very contrarian point of view, and it's kind of the only reason I'm keeping it. Looking like this gets you to perceive me as different from all those other people that kind of all look the same. I have like a certain look that I'm putting across. This is known as branding. So you have a message, the words that you use, but you have to take that message and make it look a certain way. You have to have this consistency to the design of your message that will let everyone know that you fit a certain spot in the marketplace. So Nike has a certain look and style that's different from Adidas. It's different from K-Swiss. And it stands out. They're darker, they're edgier. They really push like the hard edge of athleticism. And that attracts people who want that, who want to be known as somebody who pushes their athleticism to the edge, who want to be trendy and cool in a way that Nike portrays it. What are you gonna do? How do you want your brand to look? The third way to get paid a lot more by increasing your perceived expertise is actually improve your expertise. I know, pretty crazy, right? Get good at what you do. Actually be a true expert at the thing that you do. So the best way to do this is to focus on a specialty. A specialty is either a skill or an outcome. It's not a niche. It is something that you are very good at. You can do this thing and give people a high quality result every time you do it. Here's a trick to improve your expertise. Ask yourself, what don't you know about what you know? The expertise that you have, the skill set that you have, the outcome that you provide, what don't you know about it? And dig deeper and make a list of everything you don't know. That list should get longer and longer and longer, and then just study those different things. Let's say you're in web design and you ask yourself, what don't I know about CSS? So go through and learn something new about that particular topic. That's one of the things on your list is like, I know these things, but what don't I know about it? And then start finding things that you never knew. And here's the cool thing. You put that effort in, you've learned this thing, you've added that to your skill set. Now teach it to your audience. Make it into content, and that will increase your perceived expertise, along with increasing your expertise. Do that in every part of your skill set. Just focus on all the things you don't know yet and start learning them just piece by piece and turning that into content. Teach it to your audience. Hey, I've got a bonus for you. But before I give it to you, I'm going to charge you a fee. Just hit that like button. Help me spread this message to help others like you in this space to be able to increase their income during scary times. So here's the bonus on how to improve your perceived expertise. Work on you. One of the best investments you can ever make is in you. So especially in times of economic turmoil, you should really be investing heavily into yourself. So the best place to start is improve your health. If you're not already an elite athlete, what you should do is just increase your daily exercise by 20%. So if you get, say, 8,000 steps in a day, well then try to boost it up to 10,000 steps. Get a Fitbit. I keep track of all my exercise. I even keep track of my nutrition on here to be able to make sure that I'm staying healthy. And the other part is, improve your nutrition. Make sure you cut back on some sugar. And oh my gosh, I love me some sugar. I love Oreos straight up. And I can't resist.
Creamy crunchy chocolate, Oreo.
So I have to make sure that I have my little cheat days and stuff so that I don't just gorge on sugary foods. So I have that struggle, but I have a plan for my life. I have things that I wish to achieve, and eating sugary food is not going to help me achieve it. So then the other part of that is add at least one serving of vegetables, preferably a dark green vegetable. Spinach. Spinach is a great thing to add to your diet. Just make sure you get plenty of vegetables in your diet and you're going to feel better. Reducing sugar, increasing vegetables, you'll feel better. Keep it simple. That's it. The next part of improving you is improve your mind. I've already got you studying stuff about your skill set, so I'm not going to tell you to go learn something. What I want you to do is focus on not complaining. Don't blame anyone. In times of economic strife, people like to blame their situation on the economy. Blame the government. Blame a particular individual in the government. I'm not even going to say his name. People find all sorts of other people, things, situations to blame for what they're doing in their own lives. I want you to remove that from your life. Don't complain about what's happening. Do something about it. If you start feeling yourself complaining or blaming, write it down. What am I complaining about? Who am I blaming? Write these things down. And then right after that, put down, how can I solve this? Put that power back into yourself. This is the best way of improving your mind. And one last little bit of improving your mind is don't watch the news. Don't read the news. Get it out of your life. Go on what Tim Ferriss called years ago a low information diet. Cut out the news that's going on, because it's going to be 100% negative. It's always 100% negative, but it's going to be really negative. It's going to be really scary. So just cut it out. It's going to help you not complain about things. It's going to help you not blame others. It's going to help you have greater control over your life, because you'll be focused on the things you can control and not the stuff that the news is showing you that you have no control over. All right, I hope this whole video is going to do one thing: improve your confidence. The secret to being able to charge far more money is to have the confidence to ask for it. Thank you for watching this video, and please like, subscribe, share. Help me spread this message so that other people do not struggle in scary times. And as always, do all the socials, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, there we go. And we're done.